And that's Samuel, and this is why he barely comes on the show. How's it going, everybody? It's Carlos, one of your hosts of the
Is there no intro?
Podcast, and I'm
Okay.
here with Shut Up, interrupt me.
Give it a second.
Your host of the Just Fans Podcast, and I'm joined with Rios. Rios, how are you today, bud?
Feeling pretty good. It was a fantastic Super Bowl halftime show. The game itself, not so much.
All right, Rios, there you go. And we got the good Lord, Poppy showed up. Did hell freeze over? What's going on, Poppy?
Oh my!
Oh man, I'm just been kind of sick, but I managed to catch a little bit of the Super Bowl. I rewatched the whole thing afterwards. Kind of a letdown.
yeah. Athletically, it was a pretty much of a letdown game wise. I'm sorry, my ADD is gonna really be distracted by seeing me in the background, dude. I didn't realize my head was that big on TV.
We've been telling you for years.
Yeah, you did.
What's up, Brandon? Brandon's our I love having Brandon on because he keeps the comments going. It's amazing. Welcome on, Brandon. Of course, we got the one and only our Tennessee Titans correspondent. Yes, we have one. Tennessee Titans correspondent who is part of the Just Fans podcast family in Tennessee. The one and only Sam, Mr. First Down. How are you doing, bud?
Just give me my kids back, you son of a bitch.
No. Sam, tell us a little bit about what you've been up to.
Nothing.
Anyway, sorry, I haven't done that in a while. It's been a while since I
can't believe I fell for it too. I do it every time I walk into it. I'm like,
I love it.
You're like semi-professional when we chat, and then all of a sudden it's just like dagger.
I know. I have to insult you.
Grande Americano or Grande Americano?
I'm gonna say original. I want to say original.
I say Grande Americano.
Remakes always suck. The original.
Yeah. All right. Now seriously, Sam, what's been going on with you lately, brother?
Nothing much. Just working, doing a lot of podcast work. Having a lot of fun with TikTok Live, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Did you just discover TikTok for the first time?
No, I've discovered TikTok. I never went live on it. And then I started doing it about 4 months ago, and it's been going really, really great. Just chit-chatting with people and all that stuff,
All right. Mm-hmm. So I have a question. Was Robert Saleh confused when a private plane arrived to pick him up and it had an Oilers logo on it?
Anyway,
answer the question, Sam.
We're 3 minutes in, man.
We're 3 minutes in.
How are we about cussing on this?
No, I don't. That's your. It's
all right. Go fuck yourself, Brandon.
Go fuck yourself.
Look, it ain't me, as you can tell, Sam. I'm not trolling you anymore. My hands are.
Sure.
Sure.
All right. No,
that was hilarious. We kept
both
for a long time trolling Sam.
Yeah. All right.
I'm so tired. I'm just tired all the time. Yeah.
Right,
look, if this is going to be like
what were your original thoughts? Like going in, I know Rios when we did the super duper Super Bowl show with the guys at Let's Talk Sports and on Botkin's show. Rios, I know you had like a big. You were talking about the spread. It's going to be like a really big point differential.
Yeah, it was over 5 points, and it was. They covered.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit. What did you? What was your initial reaction as you started seeing nothing but field goals happen? Did it remind you of a certain team where there's nothing but field goals all the way scoring? Basically, the offense was nothing but field goals for a while.
Jaime Fairbairn, the GOAT.
Did it make you think, what if the Texans were there? The Texans could have gone a field goal at a time.
No, they would have looked just as bad as the Patriots did, sadly, because I don't trust CJ Stroud in big moments right now.
Okay. All right, Poppy, what was you said you didn't catch it at first, but then you went back to rewatch it. What were your initial thoughts of the game?
I got home I want to say like halfway through the second quarter.
Mm-hmm.
And then I obviously finished the whole thing. By the time I started watching, I saw that it was just field goals, and I remember texting the group chat because both defenses were so solid. I was like, "This game about to be like 9-6, man. Like this is gonna be just a snooze fest."
It honestly felt like it at times,
and it kind of turned into that. Like garbage time, it felt a little bit more interesting, but by that time the game was already out of hand for New England. So Besides the halftime show, I would say like game was a complete dud.
Okay.
But Myers, shout out to Myers. He was the MVP of my fantasy league. So glad to see that he was doing it in the Super Bowl too.
All right. Sam, your initial thoughts?
Should have won
on the
MVP,
game,
in my opinion.
I mean, nothing. It's just a dominant performance by one team over the other. I mean, there was no escaping that defense. They had them stifled. I'm surprised they let them score some points there. I mean, even their depth players were making plays. Like there was just no, there was no like, oh, okay, they're calling the dogs off. Nope, they're just going to keep hitting you over and over again. In fact, I mean, that Hall guy, he's like fourth rotation edge, and he's, you know, it's like, man, there's just no escape. You know,
yeah, they don't have superstars, but they have like really good players and like a solid depth behind each.
And then later in the game, when New England was actually scoring points, you could almost just see how Seattle was just allowing them to, rather than, oh, New England's finally figuring it out, catching up type of stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like it just felt like it was to no avail at that point.
Yeah. That is, like I said, the word suffocation comes in. They were just suffocated. There was no escape.
So okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And I was just gonna say, like, I kind of felt bad because it kind of made me wonder what the Super Bowl would have looked like if it was the Broncos with Bo Nix, if it was the Texans, even with CJ and his, you know, his mishaps or whatever. Like, it'll make you think, because if there was one of those teams that didn't deserve to be there, and you could see it like just in the gameplay alone, it was New England. They were so out of their depth. You know, Drake Maye, as impressive as he has been, you cannot, you know, overlook the fact that they had the easiest schedule in the NFL this year, and you know the teams that they beat to get there, they all had their own misfortunes. You know, so like it just made me wonder. Yeah, may not score, man.
Oh man,
it just made me.
I went for Mayday personally. That was me. Mayday.
Mayday. Good. It just made me wonder, like, whether or not we would have been better off if anybody else would have made it. You know.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think the Broncos probably would have given them the best run for their money. I do think if they were playing the Texans, that Darnold would have had way more hell of a time getting through it. Because don't get me wrong, New England's edges are nice, but they're older. I feel like Will Anderson would have given him a little more trouble.
Yeah, it definitely would have been
Harold Landry and company. You know what I mean? So
yeah, for sure, it would have been a little bit different feel. And that's what I was going to ask you guys. Do you guys think that New England's you know, schedule and basically the things that weren't really too apparent during the season kind of caught up with New England at the Super Bowl? What are your thoughts? I'm going to start off with Papi. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, most definitely, dude. Like New England's team, they have the components of a good team and a lot of really good pieces, but you can still see that they're lacking some of the experience, and they're maybe a few pieces away from actually contending. The only reason, well, the biggest reason, I won't say the only reason, because Drake Maye, they have a great year. The biggest reason why they made it is because of other teams not being there, right? You got Mahomes, you don't have Burrow, Lamar, you know, all these top tier quarterbacks, top tier teams from the past. This was the year anybody could have snuck in and made it all the way to the Super Bowl, and that's exactly what happened. It just so happened that they went against a Seattle team that was basically better in every position than the team that you brought into the Super Bowl. You know, the only one position you could argue is maybe quarterback, because Sam Darnold, it has been amazing, but it's still Sam Darnold, right? Like, he's still prone to mistakes. We know that, and that's not discredit to him. That's just the player he has been throughout his career, right? He threw 14 interceptions this year or something like that, 10 to 14.
Yep. So, second most in the NFL.
Yeah.
There you go. So, like, he's prone to make mistakes, right? And I was surprised that he didn't make any, but it was mainly because he didn't have to do much to win the Super Bowl, because his defense was, you know, giving New England one hell of a time. So
Yeah.
I feel like at the end of the day, like besides the quarterback battle, Seattle was just superior in every other position group. So I didn't think New England had what it needed to actually make this a game.
Okay, there you go. Rios, your thoughts, bro?
No, I agree. Like I mentioned in our group chat, like outside of
I saw that.
outside of quarterback, the Seahawks had the edge at every single position, and it wasn't even close, like at all. But any position, honestly, quarterback and corner. I think Gonzalez is probably better.
Gonzalez is a beast, man. Gonzalez is a beast.
The Seahawks, their secondary is no slouches either.
Mm-hmm.
And like with the Patriots, they couldn't run the ball without a run game. The receivers, they're nothing to write home about. As good as Stephon Diggs has been throughout his career, he has more, baby mamas than yards in the Super Bowl. Like,
wow.
Then Brandon don't give a fuck today, huh?
Sheep will always like to get a reaction from wolves. It's just how it is.
It's such a weird thing to say out loud, Sam. No. Okay, so they
do I need to explain the metaphor to you?
No.
RT1's not being there. Other teams, quarterback one not being there. Pats won. Sorry.
Yeah, I think
one because other teams.
Pats won because other teams.
Pats won. Okay, I see. I was like, Pata. That's a leg. There you go. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, how? Oh, I'm sorry, Sam. I didn't get to you. What are your thoughts on that aspect on the, how do you call it? How Seattle basically got there?
Seattle got there by doing that brand of defense pretty much through the entire year. It was really strange to be one of the only teams that scored over 20 points on them. Us, of all teams, did. And so did the Rams always gave them trouble. I felt like that was the real Super Bowl, that NFC Championship game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I thought those were the two most balanced teams. I thought those were the two
most complete,
most complete teams going at each other. And, I personally think that there could have been a little more adjustments in there. But the overall feeling is you can't take it away from the Seahawks defense. They absolutely crushed them. And, that's Super Bowl. Yeah, no, I mean, it was a soul crushing experience for Pats fans. And I've already seen several of them.
So.
Yeah, exactly. So I would be lying to you, because don't get me wrong. If they won, I would have been like, of course they won or whatever. But now that Vrabel lost, there is that part of me that goes, oh no, how horrible! Damn. Oh,
I will say I was very happy with the refs not.
Oh yeah, they let him play.
Yeah, they were a non-factor pretty much the whole game.
Yeah,
and I was
in the third quarter or something like that. It was
that was like the first flag, right? So like I was talking to some people at work, and I was like, I don't know, like I feel like if everything the analytics, all the experts, even the casuals everybody thinks Seattle is just gonna run away with this, and I had a sneaky suspicion like if the Pats do win, it's gonna be on some referee nonsense, right? And I'm so glad that was not the case whatsoever. Like if the Pats would have won, like just made it a game, maybe they get the onside kicks, maybe they get the 2-point conversions, and they actually make it a game, and they come out with the win just on like their efforts alone. Shit, all credit to them, right? But the fact that the refs had no play in it, because building up to this game, like all throughout the playoffs, we've seen a bunch of like ridiculous calls and missed calls and everything that led to like huge consequences like in these games. So you got to give credit where credit's due. The refs, I think, did a phenomenal job letting the guys play. And even though the first half and most of the third quarter was very like just redundant, it felt like, because it just seemed like Seattle was always going to run away with it. I feel like Seattle earned their win, and the Patriots showed that they just weren't ready.
Yeah, a lot of things got exposed for sure.
I do gotta say though, fuck the Patriots.
I really thought you were going to give us a good tidbit there. I was like,
one of the things that we talked about in the Super Duper Bowl was the fact that we were like, hey, you know what? What they need to do is make sure they give Drake Maye pressure. You know, that left side, they ran over Will Campbell like crazy.
He had no left tackle. He had
turnstile,
no left tackle whatsoever.
just a turnstile.
Yeah. They put him in a blender all game.
Yeah, they did what they had to. I mean, they put pressure on Drake Maye as best as they could. I mean,
and they weren't even like
left side.
They weren't even blitzing or anything crazy like that. They'll just send 4, and then they were still getting to him. Like, he only got sacked 6 times? It felt more like 12.
Yeah, the pressures alone were just catastrophic. But the other thing was, I heard it today, that this is the best. Wow. This is the best light box run stopping defense since the 2020 Rams.
Yeah.
So, that one doesn't hurt me, Brandon. I agree with that. So
because it came down to that. One team was able to run the ball almost like
at will,
by default, at will, basically, and the other team couldn't buy a yard from running the ball, and that was the biggest difference maker.
Yeah, the little
pregame that basically the key to victory is going to be which team can force the other quarterback to try to win the game.
Right.
Yeah.
Better of the 2 units, and we saw that.
Yeah, and that's why Sam Darnold won, because he didn't have to do anything. Like Seattle, like
all you had to do was halfback toss, halfback dive. That was it.
Basically, he had the one touchdown out of play action. I forgot. I think it was like the tight end.
Barner, CJ
right. And that was the only play where I was like, oh, that was actually very well executed. That was actually very good offense, because before that, Seattle was also struggling offensively. Oh my God. I love how he will never not catch strays, man.
He should.
It's low hanging fruit. It's easy. I would vary.
But besides that one play action thing, like Sam Darnold didn't have to do much. Like you said, just handed it off, quick check downs. And the Patriots didn't help themselves that they couldn't catch anything at all. Drake Maye was trying his best, which wasn't great, but his weapons were also not really helping him. So it was, fuck the Patriots.
I think you have to look at it.
Just to give you a heads up, Maye was pressured 23 on 23 dropbacks, resulting in a pressure rate over 50%.
It felt more like 99%.
52.
He sacked 6 times for a loss of 43 yards.
The thing is, like, his O-line isn't even bad. Because even in the first half, they were holding their own at times, and there were a few drives where they were actually moving the ball pretty well. It's just that Seahawks defense was so elite.
It was very stout. That Julian Love interception was also big.
That one was to nobody.
We're talking.
No, I was saying with their scheme, like half the time you couldn't even tell what they were lined up at. You couldn't tell if they were going to blitz, drop 9 in coverage. Like their scheme was just on another level yesterday.
Yeah,
there were times that they rushed only 2. Guys took a step forward and stepped back, and there was no answer.
9 in coverage.
Yeah,
and they played zone the entire game.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. I also think the coach for New England, he was very much outcoached, but I feel like he also made a few mistakes. Like I saw a lot of runs on third downs, like 3rd and 10. We're gonna run the ball. There was like a third and 17 where they do like a slip screen to the running back for like minimum yards, and they just punt, right? And I was just like, you should be like, dude, you're like down 2-3 possessions. You're like, let that bitch fly. Let that bitch fly.
It's 4th and 1 at your own 40. What have you got to lose?
Nothing at all.
You think he was a little too conservative in the play call?
He was playing like he was trying not to lose by a lot. It just seemed like, okay, my defense is just gonna get me the ball again, type of thing. Like we kind of just ran into a wall just now. Let's just punt it, and then the defense will get me the ball again. But Seattle always came away with some kind of points. And that made all the difference. That's how the game got away. When it was 12-0, and then Seattle finally scores a touchdown, made it 19-0, I was just like, should I even bother? Right.
That game was over when it was 6-0 because the way the Patriots were moving the ball, they're like, there's no way they score a touchdown in this game.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Once you couldn't see the Patriots score after the first 2-3 drives, even it's just like, oh, this is the recurring pattern that's gonna be. They couldn't get through Seattle, so it just seemed very, it like that. I felt like by the third drive, it was already, oh, this is exactly what the Pats are gonna do. Like, I didn't see any flashes of the Patriots at all until maybe the second half. And that was really not much. Does that make sense?
They didn't force Sam Darnold to make a mistake.
Yeah.
And that could have made the game close. That could have made all the difference, right?
Yeah. I kind of think, like, looking over the game, it's almost like the little things, right? Like, May gets sacked, it's 3rd and long or whatever. Darnold doesn't get sacked, it's 3rd and 7, it's 3rd and 5. You know what I mean? Like, he avoided things really well. And I think the little things here with him, where there were times he had the ball and you could see he wanted to shoot it. And he said, but why should I?
Right.
Why should I?
Right.
Like, he didn't lose you the game. And he knew the only time he threw it is when Barner was freaking, Patriots linebacker is guarding his 6'4", 6'5" tight end Barner and just clearly threw the ball up to him. And there's also the fact that you got these big plays, and not even from your big time players. Barner said he was ready to push people around all day. He had no expectation to catch the ball. And then he catches the ball short and he turns a 4-yard catch into a first down. Like, it's just the little things like that, the little detail, the little details there.
Yeah. No, 1,000%. Like New England went into this game is like, we're not gonna let JSN beat us, right? The best wide receiver in the league. We're not gonna let that guy beat us.
Right.
And Sam Darnold was like, okay, I'll just hand the ball off to Kenneth Walker, who's just gonna run for 130 yards, like at will, with nobody able to stop it. And every time I need to throw the ball, Cooper Kupp is gonna catch it. Yeah. It's not gonna catch it for like 70 yards, but he'll catch it for a first down here, a first down there. Totally fine.
I will say this though, I want to give credit to Christian Gonzalez. That dude was all over.
Dude,
Christian Gonzalez is a top
he was the only player in New England that seemed like he wanted it the most.
Right.
Gave a damn.
Like, there was a lot of will in that guy. Like, there was still, like those. He had one almost interception at the end that was actually a pretty good throw by Sam Darnold, right? And he came right across JSN. I don't know if y'all saw that one. It was
yes, because he got completely cooked. He got completely cooked, and he still made a play.
That's what I wanted. That's the thing I was really looking forward to be fair, like the JSN versus Christian Gonzalez, and I wasn't disappointed on that one. That was fun to see.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, he's the only reason that game was not a complete blowout, because Shaheed beat him multiple times deep, and Gonzalez made plays that walk-in touchdowns. Same thing with JSN. Walk-in touchdowns. Just little extra effort and knocks the ball loose, and instead of losing by 9, they could have lost by like 27 easily.
Hey man, so if y'all don't know, on the article that I posted, I talked a little bit about Christian Gonzalez. They come from a basketball family, so that's why he's got that big that height. His dad was
he got hops, bro.
Over here from Colombia because he played basketball, so that height is there. And so I think that really helps him with that, like do like stretch the arm out as much as he did. Like that height helps. It's that basketball thing in him.
That, and he has ups.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so now that we talked about the Super Bowl, it's in the back. It's done. It's over. It's over. I want to talk about now.
Are we sure? Is it over? Are we done? Yeah.
Hey, was that a must-win game for
why? Why are we letting these people into the Super Bowl to ask these questions? Why?
When I saw that, I was so livid. I'm like, what in the actual fuck? Who let this person in the building?
Yeah.
Like,
is this a must win?
Carlos is never going to get Super Bowl credentials at this point.
Like,
Yeah, this is why.
Just because they won't let you. They're like, well, I don't know. We let some guys in, and next thing you know, we're asking if this is an important game.
Yeah,
like,
he wasn't even reported. He was just walking down the street, and he just walked in.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Do you ever see that? Do you ever see that skit where they had Harrison Ford up there, and he's like, "I can't talk about Star Wars," and all the people are in line, and they're like, "So, did you enjoy your lunch today?" Like they were just, and he's like, "Yeah, it was good." Like they're all dressed up. Like one guy's dressed as Princess Leia. So did you?
Okay,
that's
so
what it kind of felt like.
So the only reason we brought Sam in today is not because we like him. It's because we wanted to hear.
No, I wouldn't think that
say about his Tennessee Titans. Okay?
And he's our slump buster too.
Yeah, we needed a guest and we couldn't find one, so here's Sam. Anyway,
this ass don't quit, baby. What you got?
Anyway,
what do you want me? You
Brandon,
I can't stop you,
please.
so I might as well play into the joke. So what do you want? Anyway, what's up?
Sam, they would give me credentials if they hate both teams that year.
Shoo, Lord have mercy.
All right, so Sam,
questions, man.
You got Robert Saleh now as your head coach. You got Brian Daboll as your offensive coordinator, right?
Yeah.
So now how do you see, before we get into actual draft stuff, I want to talk about Brian Daboll. How does he work with Cam Ward? How is he beneficial to Cam Ward?
I wish I could kind of walk you through it as much. There was a very specific plan for Cam Ward because the Giants were trying desperately to get him.
Yes.
Which I find odd, but they were desperately trying to get him. And apparently there was a whole thing about what he had plans to do for Cam Ward. So we brought Daboll in for a interview, and we offered him when he left. He said, "Hey, I wouldn't mind being an offensive coordinator for Cam Ward either. Like, Jay, just letting you know, if the head coaching thing doesn't work out, I'm good to go." So Robert Saleh gets the job. Flew there himself to do the interview, which I found kind of interesting. Said he wanted the job, got it, and his plan to get Cam Ward going was to go after Brian Daboll. He even had a plan for the next offensive coordinator past Daboll. So I thought, hey, good for him. But my guess is that Daboll is going to run something similar to whatever he was running with Josh Allen that got him all that success when he was there. That's the only thing I can liken it to. I don't know what the secret sauce is. I don't know anything yet. I guess we'll find out during training camp. But I know there's a plan in place, and can't wait to see what it looks like. Or maybe I can. We'll find out.
Yeah. You'll obviously unfortunately have to come back and report that for us. See what it is. See what it is.
Hey, I like going to training camp, so yeah, I'm down.
There you go. All right. So as you look at your Titans, correct me if I'm wrong here. With Robert Saleh, do you expect? I mean, edge rusher is one of the biggest areas of need, right? And with Saleh, doesn't he usually have he usually rides on a dominant front four, right?
Right.
So is there a certain person that you think that they might go after? Like, I'm looking at David Bailey from Texas Tech. Again, Texas Tech had a very dominant defense this past offseason. Then there's also Reuben Bain Jr. from Miami. Is there anybody that you may have in mind, Sam, who you think, hey, this is the guy that they should go for? I just kind of gave you two names, but do you have anybody in mind, or is that the first thing that you would go to?
Bailey is my highest rated defensive end, and that's just me. I think he is way more of a package than Reese and Bain. I think he has a better motor than those two players do as well. And he doesn't have small arms, but, what do I know? T-Rex arms, but no, I just kind of Bailey's on there, but I'm starting to lean that I don't think it's a defensive player, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
I think they are looking at, well, first of all, they're talking about trading Sweat, so it's getting out here because he doesn't match he doesn't match the 4-3 they want to run. Sweat is a good run stopper. Don't get me wrong. He can't penetrate for anything.
Look at the comments.
And they,
God.
okay. I know
Is
the
it-
type.
are we able to-
I'm sorry.
Pay-
I see that.
bail
I had
money.
to point it out.
Doesn't he play for Atlanta? Okay, whatever.
Shit, not
And-
Ooh.
I don't know. Yeah, bad look for Pierce. Anyway,
Yeah, that was
so the shtick is when you go over Salah's teams.
dang, you're still tripping over Rabel?
I can't shake him, baby, no matter how hard I
It's a
try.
real thing, man.
You know, nothing like the real thing. Anyway, so you're there, and with Robert Salah's teams, if you go back and look, he was extremely good at elevating younger guys, like making them play up even slightly above their talent level or whatnot. So a lot of people are thinking that we are going to get somebody offensive wise. Now, I don't know what that might be. I don't know if that's O-line. I don't know if that's wide receiver, but I do agree that most of the help needs to be on offense and not defense.
Okay.
So I am leaning more something offensive wise with the first pick. But if it's me, you know me, I want to trade out. I want stack picks. I like picks. More picks for me.
Question
please.
for you. Like when you say offense, and I do agree with the offense take on there. When you say offense, are you looking for like a skill position or like just reinforce that O-line as much as possible?
I believe in building inside out. So I would reinforce the O-line. I don't know what Dayball's strategy is. Dayball may look at it and say, I need to go get me a number one wide receiver. Now, is that Tate? Is that something else? I don't know.
My thing is like if they're fixing to, if they want to work with Cam Ward, right? They're gonna have to like literally build around him. So I feel like focusing on the O-line should be number one priority, because once you got that, I mean, the skill positions, every draft is filled with them, so you can really try to do something, right?
Well, but, you have to kind of look at it too. Is any offensive lineman worth the top 4 draft pick as well? That's the other thing.
Well, no, like you said, if you want to trade down,
sure. Right, if I can trade down,
somebody who's desperate enough for one of those top 4 picks, and then you just use that to like, build draft capital.
Yeah, no, I'm cool with that.
So I'm looking at also another guy, Chris. I'm probably going to butcher the last name. Chris Brazzell.
Yeah, UT.
He's from Tennessee. That's homegrown talent. Right? What do you think of that?
I think that's fine if they want to. If they want to trade, thank you, Two-Tone Productions. If they want to trade down and do that, I'm okay with that. I don't think he is necessarily a first-round star talent. I'm not exactly sure where they have him graded at. Where do they have him graded at? Do we know?
I haven't checked, but no.
Okay.
I was just thinking. I think if that's more like if they go possibly, if you use one of your top 2 picks, number 4, number 35, I think that was probably where he would probably land that.
I think that's okay. Now, like me looking over this, do you guys see anybody that's really wowing you as far as like top 5 first-round talent? I mean, like there's Mendoza,
for the
right?
Titans or for the Texans?
No, just any if you look at like this entire draft class, right? Because I don't see anybody where I am just absolutely flabbergasted, right?
Depends on the position, to be fair.
I mean, it's not
depends on the position, I think.
Not full of superstars, but it's full of a lot of really
a lot of potential,
solid players.
Potential.
I hear you. I'm not really sold on a lot of these guys. I mean, there's a lot of cornerbacks in this draft. There's a lot of second,
a lot of safeties, a lot of linebackers too.
Right. I think Downs is absolutely a blue chip player. Like he's a starter. He's going to play. That's how I feel. But I don't feel very high on a lot of guys in this draft. These are good depth pieces to have. So I am very much hoping that they trade down. But I'm just a guy. I'm not the guys that there's something called Black February that every team does. They like pretty much go into a room, watch film for 17 days, and come out and decide what the draft order is going to be.
You sure they don't use PFF to rate their guys and draft those picks, and then you don't have a Pro Bowler for 4 years?
Yeah.
You're a smart man, Carlos. You know the answer to that question. Anyway, so
they just go on Twitter and they just look at the highlights and okay.
Oh man,
Number
Funny
one
story.
pick right here.
Funny story though, Mike Macdonald. I was listening to Greg Rosenthal's podcast. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's NFL Daily or something like that. And they talked to Mike Macdonald, and he told them one of the reasons he beat the 49ers was he listened to their podcast on Kyle Shanahan's tendencies.
Oh,
and
God.
he said it helped him win.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really funny because somebody on there was the 49ers fan, and he was like, oh, my God, I've armed the enemy. Like, it was really funny. But, yeah, I was like, man, that's pretty dope if you broke him down on something. By the way, how good was Shanahan on the pregame? He was excellent.
Oh,
Anybody
he talked
watching?
about the Texans, too. He talked about the Houston
He's
defense.
great.
He talked about how the Texans could have been up there and all that stuff, too. And
He is totally going to be on TV after this is done.
100%.
Most
100%.
definitely.
He's very
He was
articulate.
great.
He has a great football mind. He gets great
Oh, yeah.
analysis. He'll be phenomenal as a broadcaster.
100%. Yeah,
So-
he was great.
So Sam, going back to your team, is there any other position of need for you besides offense? Maybe perhaps like corner, running back, anything around that?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
All of the above.
you need help everywhere. I don't know how they feel about Pollard. He has done a serviceable job, but I think you would like to go younger, faster there.
Right.
Spears is always injured. I love him, but he's constantly injured all the time. He has not played a full season once, and he's missed multiple weeks, multiple times. So, then you could easily go, hey, Sam, this is why we're drafting Love, you know what I mean? And break it down. And I'd be like, cool, makes perfect sense. You could also come up to me and go, hey, Sam, this is why we're drafting Tate. And I would say, cool, makes perfect sense. So
for you, it's whoever the Titans pick, you are okay with that.
At this point, yeah. But my first –
there is nowhere to go but up at this point.
Yeah.
Well, look, hey, I fully believe they're going to win more than 3 games next year. I don't know how much more, but they're definitely going to win more than 3.
The division's facing the NFC. The NFC. It's a Cowboys NFC East, right?
Yeah.
I believe that is
Cowboys.
correct, yes.
Cowboys, Commanders, Giants. Yeah. So
Philly,
NFC.
no?
So yeah. Say it again.
And the Eagles.
Yeah, the Eagles. Yeah. So, you sure? 3 games?
No, it's 4 games.
I think it's
No.
4
I was talking to
games.
Sam. I was like, you sure? More than 3 games?
I don't know. I haven't.
And of course, you got your division rivalry, and then a few others. So, yeah, I mean, so Sam, you heard it here, folks. Sam's predicting more than 3 games.
Yeah, more than 3, baby. I don't know which 3 they
Next
are.
season, we're gonna replay this clip. I was wrong.
I got 4. I got 4. Eat it. What do you want?
3 your prediction last year?
No, yes, the first Callahan year, I said it's probably going to be really bad, like 3. I said it as an offhanded comment, but sure, I'll take credit for it.
I mean,
So-
Sam over here's gonna say like it's gonna be more than 3, and one of them is a tie. Watch.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
You know, be a tie with like the Colts or something like that.
Oh, yeah, just
yeah.
insult to injury.
Yeah, that's
You
what
know. Yeah.
All right.
No, I get it. It's hard for me to say. It's hard for me to really dive in here because I'm just not wild about this draft class. I'm just not. I can't.
Is there anything? Is there any moves like in free agency or anything like that?
Not your best effort, Brandon, but pretty good. Anyway.
Yeah.
so,
No, I mean, fuck Jacksonville.
Sam's comebacks always make me laugh. He has like the most the most vanilla-ish.
Well, if you want me to,
Yeah.
I could read you. What do you want me to say? Like,
I love it because you're like it's almost like
Yes.
it's like
Yes,
the
like-
spicy type of-
What do you
What
want?
about-
I want a
about-
reaction from Samuel. That's what I want.
I'm
all I hear
dead. I'm
is
dead
this-
inside, Carlos.
Your
You 3
comebacks are
broke
like,
me
Well,
a
I guess
long
the
time
process
ago. There's
bridges when
nothing
we get
left.
there.
There's
Sam,
nothing
Sam.
left in these old bones. What?
He's gonna have a
That's
mental breakdown live on air.
Dude, I saw somebody comment on one of my YouTube videos. I had just taken a clip and we were talking. Scott and I were talking about how like Sam Darnold moved from Minnesota to here and look at the success he's having. I was like, what is going on in Minnesota? First Daniel Jones and this Minnesota fan's like, you you fucking stupid yokel, and like started going like off on me for like all this stuff.
Great.
And I just kind of stared, like I just read it and I just stared and I'm like, thank you for commenting and I appreciate your passion for the game. Like it's just like, damn. But you know, it's just the internet, one of the most beautiful things in the whole world. So
yeah,
you know,
we love it. What
Reels gets also that's hilarious.
But I wanted to ask you, Sam.
What's hilarious is comeback. Sorry, that's what I'm trying to say.
You said you're not blown away by the draft. Do you think that the Titans make any trades or any moves on free agency? Do you think there's anything to be made on that front?
I think there's enough wide receivers available. They'll grab somebody. My money is on the guy that took over for Neighbors in the Giants. He had good Wendell Robinson, I think is his name.
Not James Winston with the best catch of the year, man. Come on.
Listen, hey, Jameis, what disgruntled Jets fan? I guess I don't know, but yeah, I go through there all the time, and I'm just like I probably shouldn't read these. I get too into my comments, and I'm like, yeah, I shouldn't read these. Just go for it.
Some of these are starting to hurt.
No, not really. I
don't look like that.
When I first got into this business, I used to text Carlos like, "Holy shit, this guy just absolutely went crazy," you know.
And he's right.
I would ignore his texts.
Slump bust.
Off season. What can you do? So you know, but yeah, it's just the internet. We love it. So here's where we are.
All right, Sam, as an outsider perspective here, what was your take? And I'm always asking anybody who comes out as our guest, what was your perspective since we are predominantly like we talk Texans most. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, I'm not high though, so.
Okay. So Sam, as an outsider perspective, what was your take?
What is up with you guys? Wow, Sam, you're so out of line. Wow,
Sam. I'm trying to show you what you sound like with your comebacks. Wow.
What do you want me to do?
What would your mother think, Sam?
Get better at those.
Disappointed, just like that.
Start calling people names. That's what I want, man.
What? Yeah, you know what? For you. Just go crazy, like crash out. Yeah,
exactly. I want a viral moment from Sam.
Just outside.
Back to my original question before Sam's bland comments over here. What was your take? What was your perspective on the Texans as an outsider looking in this past season? Where do you think? What went wrong in your opinion? Do you have any what's something that you just like, wow, how did this happen? How did that happen? What is your perspective on the Texans this past season?
I felt better about them a little bit past kind of the halfway mark at the season. I thought they were kind of pushing things through. And I thought they were kind of making it work. They seemed to take little incremental steps. Sure, CJ Stroud had his bad moments or whatnot, but when he that playoff game,
those two playoff games.
Those two playoff games. I mean, we're saying the same thing about Drake Maye. We have to be saying the same thing about CJ Stroud. You know, I think you have to have a QB competition. I just think
between him and who?
I don't know. Somebody. You got to bring in somebody. I just don't think it's acceptable.
Fuck, is in the Jets right now, Justin Fields?
Let's
get Justin Fields through the door, see what happens.
Why not? I mean, I'm not saying he wins it. I don't think. What are you talking about? Oh, yelling. Yeah. Oh, if they're big fans of KOC. Oh, yeah. Anyway, so
moving on.
So I think when you look at it, there has to be something going on here. I think you have wasted a big year for this defense because there's no way you can watch that Super Bowl and be perfectly like, oh man, you can't. There's no way if you're a Texas fan to go, that could have been us. That could have been us.
Yeah, because I don't see that. I don't see that Patriots teams as a better team than us.
No, I
didn't even see the Broncos as a better team than us. If anything, I thought the Broncos and the Texans were evenly matched.
I just don't understand, and we've talked about this before, not to tread over old ground or wounds or anything like that. But you're sitting there, and for some reason, CJ has to throw the ball down the field or try to do something crazy. Why are you playing hero ball here? It's obvious what the answer is. It is not to make mistakes and try to find a way to take advantage. And
that's all that happened. It was mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake.
It was snowball, just over and over. But that's how it is. You're going to live
football.
and die.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah. But the good news is most of your defense seems to be made up of pretty young guys. Mm-hmm. So, you're not destitute as far as this. You didn't have a bunch of 1-year contracts, hovering around there. So,
I think my biggest fear is like next year we don't really address the offensive holes in this team. The offensive woes, and then we just waste another year of a really good to elite defense. Right?
Yeah.
And then by the time we finally figure out the fucking offense, whether it's with CJ or not, then some of these defensive guys need to get paid. Some of them will hit the market. Some of them might get old, right? Might get injured. Yeah. So it just reminds me of the defense, like the defenses that the Texans had, like over 10 years ago. It's just the cycle where we have a good offense, shed defense, good defense, shed offense. And I know that's the case for many teams around the league.
Sure,
but the fact that the Patriots made it all the way with a year 2 guy, all the way to the Super Bowl, like you said, makes me wonder, why couldn't that be us?
Yeah,
I think we make it more of a game. I honestly think we make it more of a game because I think our defense makes Sam Darnold make more mistakes.
Yes.
I don't know if they win, but it'd have been a lot more closer than it was. Like with the
Patriots, wouldn't have been fucking 19-0. I'll tell you that.
No, sure wouldn't be. Not a chance. So it's just, you wasted a year. Hopefully you don't waste many more. I'd be curious how long the leash is on CJ. I know everybody says, he's our. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I want to hear and I'm sorry, I got you. I want to hear from these guys though. What do you guys think is the biggest thing that CJ needs to do to turn this around?
Oh, you're talking to us. I would say literally. I've quoted this before, and then I like what D'Amico said. Brush it off, work on fundamentals, and do it's a good point there. I honestly think just brush it off, erase it, and how do you come back? How do you make sure that because this should hurt him. This should make him take this and then say, this is what I need to do as a player for redemption. How do I make sure I lock in? Because to be fair, I think he lost a lot of money in this performance.
Big time.
I think he lost a lot of money in this performance. And so I think that has to have put, something in him. And at least I can hope so that he can get back to being close to the rookie form. And I'm not saying rookie form because, again, there was really no tape on him at that time, but at least get somewhat close. If you can get CJ to be there or even somehow better, I think that's definitely going to solidify you as your quarterback, because right now with this performance, I'm 100% sure it made some people be doubtful. Like, is this the guy? Is this the guy that the Texans took number 2? Like, in the how do you call it? That went for this guy. Like, Will Anderson has paid off. I 100% believe. I 100% believe Will Anderson has paid off. But
he's earned every single penny too.
Yeah, it's a big question mark for me. So I'm really looking forward to see how CJ comes back from this. How does he redeem himself? How does he do that? And honestly, I know that the haircut thing and all that, like that's for the confidence thing. But
I forgot about that. Thank you for that picture, Rios.
By the way, he's there was another thing that he was invited to the Pro Bowl. Literally, I think anybody could have just gotten invited to the Pro Bowl at that point. But
Careful now.
I got an invite. I got an invite.
Yeah, I think Sam got an invite too. No, I think it's one of those things where I know he said he turned down because he wants to focus on working for next season. That's fine. And I hope that's what happens. There has to be a lot of offseason work, a lot of fundamentals that need to be done. I think it's an offseason where he has to gain his confidence back. Is it possible? TBD. So that's what I hope. I hope he does that.
What do you think, Rios?
My thing is this: you are literally a walking meme right now. You are the poster child of being ass choking, whatever you want to call it. You are the poster child for it now. You're gonna have to fucking own that. So what you do in this offseason and during the regular season is going to define your career trajectory at this point. Do you redeem, do you do what Sam Darnold did? Redeem yourself. Go from being a fucking joke to actually, being a Super Bowl champion, or do you continue down that hill that we've seen so many quarterbacks, they just weren't that guy and they just get worse and worse. So I think this season is going to be really telling as far as the path his career takes.
Yeah. Poppy, what do you think?
It's gotta be just the attitude has to be focused on. Because you have been humbled beyond, oh my God. You have been humbled beyond the limits of humbling can be, right? And like Rio said, you are now the face of ass in this league, right? You're the Will Levis, you're the JJ McCarthy, right? You're like pop my fucking Achilles 2 snaps into the game, Aaron Rodgers, right? Like you are the new meme. You are the new meme of what this is. So it's up to you and nobody else to change that. The Mika cannot do everything else, right? Like offensive coordinator can call the plays and practice and all of this, but at the end of the day, when you snap the ball is in your hand. You're the one that makes the decision. And it's just going to be a lot of wait and see. And like I said, my biggest fear is that he doesn't figure it out, and we waste another year of this great fucking defense, Super Bowl winning defense. You look at what the Bears just did. Caleb Williams has been pretty, he has exceeded all of my expectations so far. The Bears in general have exceeded all of my expectations, because even though I thought they were like a solid team on paper, there's a lot of teams that look good on paper. They actually showed how good they actually were, and I feel like they're maybe 1 or 2 pieces away from actually contending. With CJ, I just don't know if he has it in him right now to turn it around fast enough to take advantage of this defense and this team as a whole. That's what
I think we answered Sam's question from earlier, how long the leash is for CJ. I want to say if they go into their bye week, we don't know when that is going to be, but if they have a losing record, I think he gets benched. If he's struggling still committing boneheaded turnovers, the team has a losing record, I think he gets benched by the bye week if this train continues.
So honestly, if we can bring the interception numbers down,
the interceptions and the fumbles.
Yes, but I feel like the fumble sometimes is just because the O-line just collapses, like he just doesn't have the interceptions this year. Some of them were so dumbfounded, and just so mind-boggling, like some of the throws he was attempting, right? And I know during his rookie year, he was big on extending plays and everything, but like you said, there wasn't a lot of film on it, right? Like we didn't know, like defenses didn't know what they were going up against. Now that everybody hasn't read like a fucking child's book, right? With him, it's just like, okay, I've already made up my mind. I'm going to throw this ball over there. And it's like, bro, fucking read the defense. See, just take what the defense is giving you. If they're not giving you the deep ball, why the fuck are you throwing that bitch out? And then throwing the game away just because you want to play hero ball, like Sam said,
So right there on can you put that comment right back, Chris? By Brandon said, let me see if there's a trend. Serial drafting 2022 first round pick, Kenyon Green. No longer there. Second round, John Mechie, no longer there. 2023 second round juice still there, but hasn't been.
Yeah.
Huh?
Probably getting cut.
Yeah. 2024 second round Blake Fisher. I mean, maybe all of our draft picks suck. I could see that too. Hasn't been the best of picks as well, and it's a combination, especially with those picks. It could be Tyler Linderbaum.
I just said Kyle Hamilton. He was right there for the taking. That's who I wanted.
Hamilton, yeah.
No, let's trade up and take fucking Kenyon Green. Because
do you remember? You know, it's funny. The other day, I was kind of like looking back at our very first when we were still doing podcasts and audio, right? Like very first, like maybe the first 2-3 episodes.
Like 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
Yeah, 4 years ago. By the way, we're coming up again on the 22nd of March. So anyway, Anna, that would be our 4 years on the 22nd of March. Anyway, so. I remember one of them is literally the name of the title is Should the Texans Go for Kyle Hamilton? Right?
Should the Texans go for who?
Kyle Hamilton.
Yeah, I remember I was talking about.
And then we talked about that. We addressed it how he would be beneficial. And this is early. I'm talking about this is like 2022 when we started it, and we addressed that how the Texans could eventually pick up, Kyle Hamilton. So. Yeah, I agree with that. What he said, Brandon. They do need offensive picks that actually hit. I agree with that. Now, I think that with the acquisition this past season of Jalen Higgins and Jalen Noel, I think those were pretty good picks that I think they're going to pay off in the long run.
Just underutilized.
Yeah, I agree. They're underutilized, and I think that's the thing. You have to. I want to see the progressions into this next season too. Because I really do think Jalen Higgins is going to be a really good asset to help, to help Nico Collins and overall. So, and then also help with CJ as well. Rios, your guy Tank is coming in next season again, and I will say it is to be determined if he's back to speed or how he's doing.
How much of an impact he'll have?
Say it again. Yeah, what impact he'll have or whatnot. So that's also another option.
And that's one of CJ's guys as well. So I'm sure he's
true. And that's one of those guys that helps CJ out. So
and he was pushing their comeback at the end of the season. So I think and they said he's ready to go for training camp. So I'm not too worried about him. I think with him, more so is just getting back into game shape.
Right. That's what I mean. Like
and putting the pads on and getting hit. Like once you get into game shape, I think he'll be fine. I'm not too worried about him. Like I said, I watched him his entire college career. He's always the smallest guy on the field, but the most fearless and the one that always making the big plays. I'm not too worried about Tank Dell.
I mean, I want to share that sentiment, but it's at the back of my mind. I'm like, don't get me wrong, I'm optimistic about it, Rios. I'm not trying to dog on that. I'm optimistic about it, but to me, it's just like
he's taking shots, Rios. He's taking subtle little shots.
Yeah. Hey, they're better than Sam's comebacks. I'll tell you that.
Call him a bitch, Sam. Call him a bitch.
Say something, Sam. Stand up for yourself. No. Anyway,
I'll handle this. Your mom. I don't know.
Mrs. Leon Trejo's a saint, you bastard.
Oh yeah. See,
dude.
Anyway.
Good night, everybody.
Shut up. But nonetheless,
you shut up.
I am excited to see Tank, though. I am excited to see Tank. I want to see what it is, and that's the thing. I think we're going to find out a lot of answers coming up next season. If CJ is a guy, if Tank's back to speed, if they can get this offense working.
I think we'll see it in training camp.
That's true.
And everything we've seen in training camp has come to fruition throughout the regular season.
Oddly enough. Yeah. All right, Sam, any last words, bud, before we go?
No, it's always whoa. It's always been it's always a pleasure being on the show with you.
Whoa, that's how you started the sentence.
Well, you say I'm going to kill you.
Am I tripping? In the background, Sam?
Say it again.
Am I tripping? Is there something spinning in your background?
Yeah, it's a little magnetic.
Oh,
yeah. You put a little magnet.
Like, what the fuck is that?
The one my son Ben grabs and throws across the room and scares the piss out of me. It was a gift from somebody. I don't even know where they got it from, but I'm sure they've got one in every team. So Oh, God dang it. The one thing I didn't want to talk about. Lord have mercy. Anyway, you can catch me on TikTok Live. You can catch me on my podcast.
Every time you're on, I love it. I love it. I'm sorry. Every time you're on, somebody mentions the colors. I love it. I love it.
Like when I go to Detroit, I went to Detroit for the draft, and I walked through, and the first 8 people, so I need to know about these colors. Like, don't really want to talk about it. I'm here to drink beer and have a good time. Like, I've already, like, I walked.
I don't see color. Yeah, I don't see
color. Put me the fucking 40 in my hand so I can move about my day. And then people were like, cool. Oh, let me take a picture real quick. Hey, what do you think about? I don't give a fuck. Like, it finally got to the end where I was like, I just don't care. I don't care. So,
you see that shit? You see that shit? That's
mine.
Yeah. And then eventually, like, the last guy comes. Last time the last person that comes up, I was just so fed up. I was like, I don't care. Sure, whatever. And just kept walking. Like, I don't care. I'm here to watch the draft. So that's what I was there for.
That was comment of the night. I'm sorry. I have trademarked the color of the sky. Mine. All right. Sam, please let the folks know where to find you so they can troll you.
They can find me where to troll me. Well, just look up Fanboys Unleashed on your TikToks, your Instagrams, your everything like that.
Kansas City. That's my answer.
Go to
Kansas City. I think when Jaden Daniels gets healthy and they put some pieces around him, I think the Commanders could be a team to watch out for too.
I can see that too, Rios. I agree.
I agree. I was kind of shocked because I really thought Josh McDaniels was going to go there as an OC. I really did because
another one might be a hot take. I'm gonna go with the Raiders. I really
too early.
Yeah, they're like, if you think we're far off, they're very, very, very.
I mean, even if they get Mendoza and he hits the ground running, I still think it's too early. I don't even know if Crosby's going to stay.
I think there's going to be pieces that they need to build for him. If they do go for Mendoza, I think it's overall the pieces. Because
Genti's good. Brock Bowers is good.
He's got Genty, he's got Genty.
I'm not saying they're going to I think we can make the playoffs.
He said make a run. He said make a run. I don't know what that means. To me,
so just go to my Twitter and click on the link tree. God damn it. Anyway.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Sam, this is
what?
Don't forget the spelling.
What?
So that's Sam. So that's Sam's right there, Mr. First Down. That's right. There's no period in there, Mr. First Down.
You can find them.
The fuck does it matter if I have a period or not?
You can find them under a bridge. You're gonna have to answer some.
Left behind except one.
No. You guys are the trolls. You're under the bridge. All right.
You're gonna have to answer some riddles if you want to cross the bridge, but you can find them living under it.
Riddle me this.
You can find Sam and troll him about the colors. That's totally fine. He's totally okay with it. You should totally do it.
That's what I want. I want to talk about uniform colors, not football, not anything about the game, not the great conversation we've had tonight. I want to talk about fucking.
He wants to talk about the Titans colors.
That's all I care about. We're getting new jerseys. I didn't know we were getting new jerseys, but apparently we are.
Yeah, apparently.
Well, I think they're called rival jerseys.
Yeah, rivalry jerseys.
No, they're doing the rivalry jerseys, but we're getting a whole new jersey.
A whole new again?
Yeah. Again, which I am.
Yeah, you guys should get a whole new logo and fucking just move the team somewhere.
Well, they're not moving the team somewhere else, fuckwad, but they are getting a new logo. So
there it is.
Yeah, you know what else?
There you go. We got it out of him. There you go. Good job.
Why do you want this? Why do we want this? Like, why?
That's real emotion right there. That's real emotion. I like that.
This is the Sam that we've been missing.
There you go. This is the quality.
You know what, Sam? Fuck you, Sam.
All right. See, hate leads to more suffering. Yoda was right, son of a bitch. Anyway,
damn that little green guy.
Yeah, damn it. So
again, right there, that's where you guys can reach out to Sam. He's going to answer all your questions about the colors.
All of them, every last one,
single one.
It's just going to be a soundbite of me saying "fuckwad" over and over again.
I love that. All right, guys.
Oh, damn.
I appreciate y'all for joining us tonight. What?
Hey, Brandon. Go fuck yourself.
There you go. All right, guys. I appreciate y'all joining us, Brandon. Thank you as always for coming in, making it fun. I love it. Join us next week again. We'll have another podcast come in for another team, and we'll see how it goes. This should be a fun one. But again, Sam, thank you for joining us as always, brother. You're always such a good part of our show, man. I appreciate you.
Happy to do so. Always.
Right.
You guys are always a fun group.
Yeah.
We love you, Slump Buster.
I love you too, you piece of shit. Anyway,
I like it. I think we turn him into a monster. That's how you should open up your show.
Just all me. Yeah. Just walking. I don't know why I'm doing this pod, but fuck all y'all. Just start going crazy. My followers go up. I'm like, why?
This is what people want. You people are degenerates.
They want the passion.
Oh
right,
my
guys,
gosh.
we'll see y'all later. Hey, Sam went full heel today. I like it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Let's
the John Cena hill, right?
John Cena. See y'all next time. Peace.
See ya.
Southwest A-League, Texas, throw down here and it's so infectious. We ride for the Houston Astros, Rockets, Dynamo, and them Texans. If you ain't never been down here, well, rule number one, you gon' respect us. Just fans in my speakers, new one drop, they bout to bless us. I might right through the SWAT, playing just fans right through your spot. Look, and I